started my own firm out of an abandoned auto body shop. We will be targeting the wealthiest 1% of Americans.
I love three things. I love my country, I love Jesus Christ, and I love making people rich. Hello?
But I needed to mold them in my own image. With this script, I'm gonna teach each and every one of you to be the best.
This is the greatest company in the world!
I was becoming a legend.
Aren't you married?
Yeah, but married people can't have friends.
We're not gonna be friends.
I was making so much money, I didn't know what to do with it.
$26,000 for one dinner!
Dad, we're not poor anymore.
Tell them about the sides.
What are these sides? They cure cancer?
The sides did cure cancer, that's the problem. They were there, that's why they were expensive.
22 million in 3 hours!
The real question is this, was all this legal? Absolutely.
So thanks for a great picture to end the year. I mean,
Thank you.
I've loved.
Thanks for watching it.
Yeah, I loved several of your projects, and this is like a great one to add to your collection. Let me ask you, as a writer, when you write these screenplays and you get your first view of it, is it close to visualization that you had when you
That's a great question. I mean, this movie particularly, I wasn't on set for a lot. I was on set a couple of times. I was actually on set for Boardwalk Empire, which was my other Martin Scorsese project. So I didn't see any of this until I actually sat down and watched the movie for the first time. So it played out in my head in some ways, visualizing Leo up there giving those big speeches, but certain things were just so mind-blowingly and unlike anything I could have imagined, in a better way. The extended Quaalude overdose sequence, for example, it was hilarious to write and hilarious to read. Seeing that play out in real time, in real life, was just like, I was crying watching it. I felt, you feel weird, it's like, I wrote the script and I wrote that, but just watching what Marty, Leo, and Jonah did with it, was better than anything I ever could have imagined.
When you write a screenplay, do you usually write with the director in mind? Like, did Scorsese influence the screenplay at all?
Well, in this case, yes, because he was involved from the beginning, as was Leo. Leo optioned the project and then took it to Marty, and he got involved. So I knew exactly who I was writing for, which is a great luxury because I was already able to have Leo's voice in my head, or what I imagined Leo's voice in my head to be. And then, of course, Leo is much better at being Leo than I am. So to see what he did with it and took it to a whole new level, and and then to write it for Marty, and knowing Marty's taste and his style, or we also had conversations early on that I wanted to preserve Jordan's voice in the voiceover. So we talked about the idea of would I have Marty's blessing to write it with voiceover, because that's a very particular choice. And he said, let's kind of make this a companion piece to Goodfellas, so write it like that. And I knew that was what I was approaching it with. So that was a huge step up. Sometimes you don't. You're writing just a script. You don't know who's going to end up with it or what actor, and you're just writing it with an anonymous voice in your head. And sometimes it helps to just think of somebody, just so you kind of envision it.
This is such a great film, and it's so thorough. Is there anything that was in the screenplay that didn't make the cut that stands out to you?
It's pretty much all there. I mean, it's really. there was actually longer versions. Marty's initial cuts were even longer than the actual film, but it's everything that's in the screenplay is in there, and and more. It's sort of you didn't miss anything.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Is that your car on the lot?
Yeah.
It's a Jag?
Yeah.
You make a lot of money?
Yeah, I do all right for myself.
I'm trying to put it together. Nice car. We live in the same building. I'm not understand how much money you make.
I don't know, 70,000 last month. I'm serious.
Yeah, no, I'm serious too. Seriously, how much money you make?
I told you, 70,000. Well, technically 72,000 last month.
You made 72 grand in 1 month.
Yeah.
I tell you what. You show me a pay stub for $72,000 on it, I quit my job right now and I work for you. Hey, Paulie, what's up? No, no, everything's fine. Hey, listen, I quit.
Leo's speeches, I mean, they're just real compelling and powerful. And I know that you interviewed Jordan for this, but where did you get the dialogue from those speeches? Because I don't know if they were recorded.
A lot of them were verbatim Jordanisms. Some of it was me. I mean, a combination of things Jordan told me, so things I saw Jordan do, some stuff in the book, things I had heard in my life, and stuff I made up. So it's just a combo platter of a lot of different things, and just write them and rewrite them and rewrite them and edit and cut and add and paste and back and forth, and then till we ended up with the finished product.
And lastly, I know you also have another project that you're working on with Mick Jagger. And
yeah.
Can you tell us a little about
yeah,
that project?
Sure. That is as yet untitled, but it's the Untitled Rock and Roll Project, which is an HBO TV series. We're going to shoot the pilot in April of 2014. It's set in 1973, New York City, which was the year that punk, disco, and hip-hop were all invented within about 5 miles of each other, within about 6 months of each other, which is just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And it stars Bobby Cannavale, who played Gyp Rossetti on Boardwalk Empire. And Bobby is a cocaine-fueled record executive who's sort of in a midlife crisis, and when the pilot takes off, and it's just in that world of just incredible fertility with music. I mean, New York City at the time was just at an absolute low point in terms of the economy and crime. It was just like a completely different place. You wouldn't recognize it, compared to what it is today. But out of those kinds of times is born great art, and certainly the music world, just took off. So really, really excited about it and thrilled to do it. Marty's going to direct the pilot, and we're going to shoot that in April. And Mick Jagger, as you said, is one of the people who's at the helm of this thing, and just could not be more excited.
Well, I'm excited about it too. Thanks for the great project.
Yeah,
Thanks for your
absolutely.
time.
Thanks, Jamaal. Great
Thank
meeting you,
you.
man.